Our guest on the show today, somebody who deals extensively with what we think is a mouthful, Neuro-Linguistic programming. Some of you are familiar, some of you are not familiar. The aim of today's conversation, all of us should become familiar with NLP. Please welcome trainer Sushil Mehrotra.
Hi, Gaurav.
Hi, Sushil. Neuro-Linguistic programming. I have to really pause and articulate each one of these words carefully. What is it? Is it a rocket science? Is it something new? Or is it something close to us but we don't see it?
Neuro-linguistic programming, as the name suggests, deals with your neurons, the brain, and the language that you use, and the formative programming that we run in our head.
Okay.
So at all times, we do certain things in a certain way. We react to certain situations in a predictive manner. We call people as extroverted or introverted. So these are the programs that people run. So NLP really is, you may call it a science that tells us about the behavior.
Okay.
Right. The beauty is that there's a little bit of NLP in all of us. We all use NLP at all times. We may not know it.
Okay.
I am yet to find a person who doesn't use NLP. And so many programs that we run, people come in and towards the middle of the program they say, hey, Sushil, we have been doing it all along. Yes, you are.
So give us some examples of how we use it in real life and not even know that we're doing NLP.
One of the core pillar of NLP is rapport building, how quickly we build rapport. And you would notice when an adult speaks with a child, he would change the voice tonality, would use the words that the child normally would use, and suddenly get friendly with the child.
Baby language.
Baby language. That's NLP.
Okay.
All right. You go to a restaurant. Look at people the way they sit. That is NLP. NLP gives you the structure. It is the study of subjective experience, which is the other definition of NLP. Really, I'm not going to give you a whole lot of definitions because there are n number of definitions.
Do we use NLP to manipulate natural behavior, or do we use it to enhance the way we behave in a more positive manner?
Okay. Now that's a very interesting question because the word that you used, manipulate, a whole lot of people call NLP manipulative. Mm-hmm. And to that, the answer is yes, it is manipulative. And how is the manipulation different from inspiration or influence? You see, when a parent tells a child to go to school so that the child could study new things and face the future, is it manipulation or is it inspiration?
Inspiration somewhere comes from within, a desire that I am inspired to bring about this change because I think I need to or I want to. Manipulation says I need to manipulate my behavior in such a manner, so that I am perceived in a particular manner.
That's true to a large extent. My definition is very much similar to this. Manipulation is when I have my interest in my mind to ask you to do something. All right, that is manipulation. So if I want you to go out of the door to get me something, I might be manipulating you by using my words. At the same time, if I have your interest in my mind while asking you to do something or while creating a mechanism to make you do something, it is inspiration. Right? Whole lot of leadership is all about inspiring people to do that they have something that they have never done before. That's inspiration. Now, would you call a leader manipulating or inspiring?
So when we see NLP and we see it as a leadership tool, it's also primarily a tool for self-improvement, self-enhancement, because the work for any leader has to start from the self.
Absolutely. NLP also works at self first. And only once it starts creating a change within you as a person, you start influencing the world. That's the core of it. One of the NLP beliefs says that what you see around you is only your reflection. And we thoroughly believe in it. So unless you change yourself, you can't change anyone else. And the techniques that we teach are primarily meant to make you a more empowered person so that you could influence and create a change for one, yourself, and then for the others.
So how long is this course and how difficult is it to attend it, time intensity wise and otherwise?
Now that's the surprising part. Given the effectiveness of this program, the course is not long and it's rather easy. I get a lot of phone calls asking people whether they are eligible to attend it or what are the qualifications they need to attend an NLP program. The answer most given is only the intent to change, the willingness to change. If you're willing to change, because NLP would bring about change in you. It'll change a whole lot of beliefs that you might be holding. It would definitely change the beliefs that are stopping you from achieving whatever you want to achieve. So if you want to change and the intent is there, that's all you need to be in a NLP program. Typically, the NLP program that we run is a 5-day program.
Okay.
The basic, the level 1 program.
All right. And then you can take increasing levels up.
Oh, absolutely.
You must have really come across people with amazing change stories due to NLP. Share some.
They happen all the time. They happen in all the programs. In fact, a couple of days back, I received a call from a boy who attended our program a few months back. And when he came for this program, in fact, his program was funded by some of his friends because he couldn't afford the program himself. And he was very shy. Always wanted to become a motivational speaker, had inner urge to help people. But then would not stand in front of even a group of 5 people to talk about what he had in his mind. And 2 days back, when he called me, he called me to invite me to his opening of his own office in Bhubaneswar. And he mentioned that now he's invited by a whole lot of people in large conferences. He does motivational speaking now.
Wow.
So that's the kind of change that brings about. Every person goes through a change, goes through a transformation. And at any of the program, we run on real life issues, whatever they may be. Any of the NLP program, you would find people changing their eating habits. They would stop eating something that they couldn't do earlier. Whole lot of phobias get cured. Whole lot of things, the impression, the belief system changes during the program.
So addiction to alcohol, to tobacco, to various things, that can also
be done. You see, when we talk of addiction, there are always 3 components of addiction. One is the chemical part of it, which is substituting a chemical which is naturally produced in your brain. Second is the habit. And third is the sociological reason, wherein a person, say for example, someone who is alcoholic, would go in company with certain people and would start drinking again. And this is where most of the conventional de-addiction programs fail. NLP is very effective in such cases because you can work on all the 3 areas, chemical, habit, and sociological, using the NLP techniques. So it really works there.
And there is enough evidence to show that it works?
Oh, yes. In fact, anyone for that matter, anyone who would have stopped smoking, who can recollect a particular incident where the formative programming was changed. NLP works on that. NLP is a study of excellence. So if you have done something, and that's a joke between us, and we call it, a whole of NLP came out of modeling. So if you do something very well, we will study what is it that you do to be that effective in whatever you do, and create a structure of your excellence, and that can be taught to anyone.
So that's great. That means it's always evolving, it's open,
Absolutely.
And it's a living organic thing which is breathing.
Absolutely.
So it's not a rigid structure that this is it, you plug this, you play this, but you're always open to new techniques that work well. Finally, it should work.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, a friend of mine mentioned as NLP being a science which is non-conclusive and all-inclusive. So it continues to grow. If you do anything, see, all the time, across the world, hundreds of patterns are being created. And these patterns are patterns of excellence. They are being created by studying people who do anything very well, which could be really anything, right from digging a pit to curing someone. That's NLP.
Okay. Can NLP be learned individually, or do you really have to get a group? So, suppose there's a group of people who want to do NLP. Do you need a minimum 15, 20 people, or can just a couple say, teach us NLP?
I have run programs with as little as 2 people to a whole lot of the auditorium full. So NLP has no restriction as long as you're wanting to learn.
And so how difficult is it to access NLP practitioners? You know, when you go on the net and go on the web, you know, here I'm speaking with you face to face, people are watching you face to face, there's a connect. But when you just do a Google and look for a good NLP practitioner, it's always a little hazy in the mind. So what about access to your organization?
Well, you can reach us very easily. We are available on the internet. The website is www.nlp4india, 4 is a numeral 4, india.com.
So www.
NLP
NLP for
numeric 4 india.com.
Okay.
And on this site, you would find a whole lot of programs listed there. We run program across the country. So the place of your convenience, the time of your convenience, we work to give you as much possibility to attend our programs as there. And on this website, you would also come across a lot of articles on NLP, the change work that happens. So there's a huge information available there. And you can always reach me. My number is there right in the website.
Okay. Before we say thank you, I think the most inspirational thing is always to hear a story from somebody who's experienced it. What has NLP done for you?
Well, you see, I come from a huge corporate experience, and there were people who worked with me, and they would tell you how much a different person I am now after NLP than what I was. I was seen to be a perfectionist. I was seen to be a person who would find faults of almost anything.
Like an OCD, huh? OCD for obsessive compulsive disorder for perfection. No?
Absolutely. And after I got into NLP, I really started accepting a lot of people. I was able to create a change without any hard effort. So I could now influence people much more easily and make them do what they need to do to achieve excellence.
And are you happier?
Oh yes, absolutely. Totally at peace with myself. Milton Erickson once said that all this stress is the sign of your conscious mind not being in rapport with your unconscious mind. So my conscious and unconscious are both in rapport and they're happy about it.
Well, I can consciously say we are happy that you came to speak with us. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.